Well, I'm at what's called the Continental Restaurant. It's on the highway between Watson Lake and Whitehorse. I'm in the mountains. It's, I don't know, 46 degrees, overcast, rainy. Not one of those nice days to be riding, but I'm feeling pretty good and enjoying the ride and the scenery, whatever I can see here. It's overcast, you can't really see it, but a lot of snow-capped mountains, and I'm looking for the sun, but it doesn't matter if it comes out or not. I'm enjoying myself. Have a good one. You can see the mountain in the background there. That's the kind of scenery that I'm looking at. By the way, it's this is the little stop where I'm at. Very typical of a gas station, more or less, in the middle of the Alcan Highway. So those are the mountains, beautiful when you can see them, and hopefully you can appreciate what you're looking at there. Now this is damn pretty. I'm just outside a town called Teslin. I'm in the Yukon Territory, and the scenery right here, I'm up in the mountains, and you can see that mountain range there. It's just absolutely beautiful. I'm in a little bit of a pullover. There's not a lot of pullovers for observing things on the Alaskan Highway. This is one of the few places, maybe where so many people wanted to see this view. It's absolutely stunning. These people have a real flooding problem here. Look at the guy walks up on those planks to his house. Looks like he's got his house surrounded with sandbags, and he's got a sub pump back there. Made himself a little island, hopefully staying dry. Apparently they're living in there. Very interesting. Here's another flooding situation. Looks like they looks like the common thing to do down here is surround your house with some kind of barrier and then let off the sub pump. Looks like the dogs are chained up, but they're on that old stairway there to keep themselves high and dry. Seems a little cruel, but who am I to say what's cruel or not up here? Wow, I made it to Whitehorse, capital of the Yukon. Been a hell of a trip so far. Started off really rainy and overcast. Got down into the low 40s and coming across the Continental Divide in that mountain range. But boy, it sure warmed up here. Now it's about 70, and I'm about to check into my hotel and explore Whitehorse. It's a very modern city. Don't think of this as being a one-horse little town, because that would be absolutely the wrong impression. It's a very modern city. Well, they got mixed signals on a Harley shop in Whitehorse. It closed about 7 years ago, so there ain't no Harley Davidson dealership in Whitehorse. So I can't check in the hotel, I'm too early. So I'll just drive around town, see what's going on. Is that just not a beautiful sight, that mountain range? That's the pretty country I'm riding in right now. I'm on my way to the Alaskan border right now. I left Whitehorse and I'm heading towards Alaska. I should be able to cross the Alaskan border in Just a couple hours. Looking forward to it. I'm setting up my camera for be able to turn it on remotely when I'm riding. But this is just magnificent. Well, there's a view as I'm riding along. That's just fantastic, isn't it? So I'm riding on the Alcan Highway in the High Rockies, Canadian Rockies. The road, the Alcan Highway, depending upon your frame of mind and the day you're at, can either be a blessing or a real problem. The real problem if your mindset is, geez, I'm all by myself out here, there's no one out here to help me. What happens if my bike breaks down or if I'm out of gas? Well, that's one frame of mind. The blessing would be, damn, this is a beautiful road. I got it all by myself. I'm out here with nature. I couldn't be more blessed. So it depends upon your frame of mind whether it's a blessing or a real problem for you. It'll depend on your own mindset for these very long and very few cars on the road. I happen to like it. For me, I'm having one hell of a good time. Loving it. Oh yeah. How about this? Is that a blessing or a curse right here? Outstanding. It's a real pretty lake here. I've stopped just to give you a view here. Wow. What kind of scenery, huh? Love it. A few motorcycles. There's a grizzly bear up here. I'm going to
make a U-turn if possible.
I turned around to get a picture of him. Let's see if I can see him. There he is. There he is. Oh, two grizzly bears. Look at that, huh? Two grizzly bears. Wow. How lucky can I goddamn get? I'm stopped waiting for the pilot. A lot of construction going on. You got to wait for a pilot car. The border's about 10 miles ahead. So I'm looking forward to getting there. Well, me and Blue Boy, we done her. We got there. Now I got to get across the border, which is right up the road. What do you think of that, huh? Alaska. And there's Big Bad Blue. Now we're going to go across the border. Me and Blue, we made it to the end of the Alcan Highway. Mile marker 1422. And here we are in Delta Junction. It's been a good ride from Hammond, Louisiana. We rode the entire length of the Alcan Highway. This is a 1942 Caterpillar D8, and it was used in the construction of the Alcan Highway. Wow, it's quite the machine for the time. Today I rode from Whitehorse in the Yukon to a town called Tok in Alaska. So I did go across the Alaskan border today. It was a big event for me to do that. It took me 11 days to go from Louisiana to Alaska. Today's ride was really interesting. The real big event for me was I came around a corner, and lo and behold, there were two grizzly bears on the side of the road. What an exciting moment that was. It just totally made my day. I went down the road a little ways, turned around, lit off my GoPro and came back. So you'll see them on this sequence that I'm going to be producing. I also had a big wolf run right across from me. That was very pretty. I couldn't get him on camera, but I have the mental image of him running across. The road, oh my God, the road from about halfway up here turned out to be really rough riding. It was many sections were not paved, and you're riding along as if you're doing a motocross. I mean, you're jumping back and forth, missing potholes and whatnot, occasionally hitting them and jarring you. And then the real funny part is, once you're riding down this really rough stuff, there's a sign that says rough road up ahead, and I kept saying to myself, how much frickin' rougher can it be than what I just went through? But oh yeah, it got rougher. So it didn't disappoint me from a point of view that I got tired of it. It just was unusual. The Can-Am highway, I had thought it would be paved the whole way. That's not the case. It's probably about 95%, and the other 5% is either very rough from frost heaves to just being gravel. Anyway, I'm here in Tok, T-O-K, and I'm staying at a really quaint place. It has little cabins, and the top of the cabins, I'm going to show you, have grass roofs. There are the grass roofs, and there's my bike, and there's my little cabin, and there's my little grass roof. So when I talked to the guy who owns it, I asked him, did I have to mow my own roof? He said, yeah, that's part of the rent. Well, of course, we had a good laugh on that. So that's today's ride. Tomorrow will be my final leg to Fairbanks. I should make Fairbanks very easy, and that's as far north as my motorcycle's gonna go. And no, I might go farther north, but my motorcycle, that's it for it. And the next thing Big Blue's gonna do is head south and start the adventure coming home, but that'll be in a few days. I'll let you, I'll keep you up to date as to what's going on. So that was today's adventure. Well, gang, I made it. I'm in Fairbanks. I'm checking into a hotel, and my mileage right now from Louisiana, I'm looking at the gauge, 4,368 miles. I did that in 12 days, and bike time was 11 days. I took 1 day rest in Minot, so you can do the math on those. It turns out bike time is somewhere around 400 miles a day. Once you get used to that number, you can click them right off. So here I am. Big Blue is not going any farther north. He really got dirty on this one. Really got dirty. But he's not going any farther north. Next time he starts traveling, it'll be south towards the lower 48. This is for my Harley friends out there. I'm at the Harley shop in Fairbanks, Alaska. Notice I'm wearing my colors. There's the Harley dealership. But wait, what do I see down there? There's a Honda, and then there's a BMW. Wow, I gotta check this store out. Well, I'm inside the store. It's a combination dealership. There's BMW over there, Harleys and whatnot, tires. Interesting, where they don't have a lot of bikes, but it seemed like a fully equipped Harley parts counter back there. This is a king crab sandwich.
King crab burger.
King crab burger, and I'm at Soapy's in Fairbanks, Alaska.
Nice.
And I was served by Mr. Alaska himself.
And then my
This is Mr. Alaska. His grandfather.
Wise Mike Stepovich and Governor Mike Stepovich, instrumental in statehood. That's why he's on the cover of Time.
Good deal. And his grandfather's holding 1,000 ounces of gold.
Right here.
That's him right there.
Thank you.
What a man.